Dear Diary, today our training continues. In the last episode, we faced off against the King Gleox and somehow managed to live to tell the tale. But that is just one step in the final preparations. One thing I've been wanting to do before we bid this journey farewell is to take on the remainder of the depths and whatever secrets lie beneath. Won't you join me? Thanks again for supporting this series. I can't wait to take on the final episode alongside you. Without further ado, go ahead and sit back, relax, grab some snacks, and let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. And today, it's time to head below. If you watched the last episode, you know that we've been, at least for the last couple episodes, we've been preparing for the fight of our lives, essentially. And that fight being against the Demon King himself. But before we do that, there have been some things that I've been trying to cross off our list, objectives that I've been wanting to achieve before we say goodbye to all of this to take on what lies beneath. And so one of the last things I've been wanting to do, one of the biggest things I've been wanting to do is to take on the rest of the depths. This is going to be a long one. I feel like this is going to take us very long to do, but my hope is that even if we're not able to finish this, that we'll at least be able to acquire, a lot of these old map locations, that we'll be able to at least get as many light routes as possible. So hopefully, if anything, most of this will be done by the end of this episode. So let's go ahead and begin with this one right here. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well. Thanks so much for being here. Another episode of our Tears of the Kingdom playthrough. It's crazy to believe that we've come this far, and I don't know. It's been a wild ride, that's for sure. It has been a wild ride. Now I want to head to this one because it looks like there's an area that we never explored. We never got whatever light route was over here. And neither the shrine that's up top. So I don't know which one we're missing, but I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get it from here. And then we'll begin our journey into the unknown. Man, if there's one thing I love doing in this game, it is diving into the depths. It never gets old. Even if I can't see a thing. All right, so that might be it. Oh no, I think I messed up. I don't think that's the spot. But I think we already got that one. All right, so there's another one somewhere around here that we haven't acquired yet. I promised in the last episode that we weren't gonna waste a lot of time in this episode. We were gonna go straight for it, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're jumping right in. Oh my gosh, look at all these bomb flowers. Holy moly. What is this spot? We gotta put a star right here. We'll have to come back to this area. I've never seen so many bomb flowers in one spot. Okay. And a whole lot of puff shrooms as well. All right, so we need to go. I'm just going to put a marker over here just so we know which direction we're trying to face. there's even more over here. Wow, look at that. Oh man, that's beautiful. I question if there's even more around here. Maybe it's that one? It's got to be around here somewhere. It's got to be down here. I feel like we'd be able to see it though. Man, this area is absolutely insane. Makes you realize just how big it is. The fact that even a giant bright bloom seed doesn't really do, it didn't really shed that much light on this area. All right, we're definitely going to find it though, wherever it is. Oh man, I wonder if it's up there. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it is up there. And so we're going to go check. Before we do that, I think I'll probably make a balloon or something. Because I think what we need at this point is height. We need just to look from above. I know it's not that one. But there has got to be a light route somewhere around here. It probably would have been helpful to try to find a shrine up top. I've never actually done that. Oh, there it is. I've never actually done that, but I feel like that would have been helpful. I've actually, you know, when it comes to this playthrough, I've tried to find the light routes as a way to find the shrines instead of doing it in reverse. Okay. And we're off. Oh, it's hard to know if we're actually going to run into something. All right, we should be good. We should be good. Oh, that's cool. It would be cool if there were depths within the depths. I feel like after, you know, playing a game like, I don't know why I did that. I feel like playing a game like Donkey Kong Bonanza kind of changes the game for you because it makes you realize that that system would have worked really well here in the depths. Imagine if the depths were so deep that there were actual layers and sub layers of the depths. And this was really just like the top layer. And there was like maybe 4 or 5 more pages to go to get even deeper. And I know they kind of do that with this. I mean, this is a pretty deep area. It looks like there might be one more. So we're going to head over here. All right, we can finally see at least a little bit. Now, while we're down here, we're really just exploring, you know, we're looking for, you know, boss fights. I need boss Bokoblin horns. And you know, Frog's fangs and stuff like that. That's really the stuff we're going to focus on. Usually what I've done in the past with the previous depths episodes is, you know, I'll get distracted by pose and I'll get distracted by pretty much anything under the sun. And I think that's what's kind of caused these episodes, or caused us to still have this much to do. I mean, all of this. So I'm really going to try to take a different approach to this Steps episode, and hopefully you'll be open to that. So in this episode, we're really going to try to focus on finding light roots and like if we see pose, we'll grab them, of course, but you know, I think that's really the main focus. Pose and light roots. And bosses. If we find any bosses, we'll fight them. For sure. But if I see some pose, I have to grab them. It's an instinct. Alright, so it's not that one. I wonder if I should have stayed up top. I feel like I should have. And because climbing this high is not easy. Is that something? Am I looking at something right here? Okay, so that's just the top, I suppose.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh man, we just went for the free fall and hoped we didn't hit anything on the way. All right. All right, so there's the final one. At least the final one for this area. And boy, does it look a lot different when you can actually see. All right, so what does the map look like? So now we're here. And now, looks like our next light route is going to be at this spot. We're just going to start going across, but I'll probably start here and then try to work our way. There's something right here. So I figured we might as well grab that. And then we might, I don't know, maybe we'll just continue to work our way up, or we might teleport over here and try to get this area. I don't know. I guess we'll play it by ear. But I'm sure there's got to be another light route somewhere along the way. All right, let's fast travel here. And then we'll kind of, I guess we'll see where we're at. But so far so good. I mean, we're, you know, we have a lot of ground to cover, but I do feel like we're making some good progress. So I wonder if that's going to be the next one. Where do I put all my other... So this is where we put for the Satori Mountain. I'm just going to take this one. And I guess we'll put a star there. I don't know. I don't know what the heart is for. I think it's because of this tree. But I actually need that tag, so... Okay, so that is for this one. Okay, perfect. We have our next destination. And the beautiful thing about this game too is that, you know, while we are getting towards the end of this journey, it's very likely that I'm probably going to end up playing this game again. I'm probably just going to start a new playthrough on my own with the intent of getting all of the shrines. And I think I'm going to go in with that intention. And I also wonder, you know, I wonder what it would be like to start a playthrough in the depths. Like, what would that be like? Because we've kind of, you know, as we play through this story, we've kind of mixed it up. You know, we've done some stuff on the surface, you know, for the main missions. We've gone to the skies to just mix it up a little bit. Anytime we got a tower, you know, we've gone to the skies and done, you know, a little bit here and there. But then we've also, you know, then we've done the depths. So I'm almost tempted to do a lot of the depths in a new playthrough, just kind of immediately. Oh no, I messed up. I messed up big time. Oh boy. All right, well, while we're down here, we might as well. Actually, you know what? There we go. No way. Oh my gosh, we actually did it. Yes. I know there's a potential, what is it, schema stone or a schematic. Here, we're going to come back for it because we got ourselves an aircraft. All right. Now I know there's going to be some stuff that we pass by. I'm definitely planning on coming back and getting them, but I'm just so locked in on wanting to get these light roots and wanting to, you know, finish as much of this map as we possibly can. Because I feel like if we stop every time we see something, we're never going to get through this. So I really want to make some strong headway on the map before we start making stops. Actually, I don't even think we need this. All right. Really?
Yeah.
All right, where are we headed? It should be right above us, yeah. I think that's the tricky thing about the depths too, is you think that, or at least I typically think that because we enter the depths, that's as far as we have to go. But then oh rip.
Yeah.
But then you actually get down here and you realize that there's still plenty of peaks and valleys and high areas that we have to get to. Man, I love this thing, and I love that it only costs 9 zonite. Oh my gosh. Let me just do it right here. I don't know what I'm doing. It seemed like a good idea. Now it's all going south. All right, I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, it actually worked out perfectly. Oh, thank goodness. I really was suspecting that we'd hit a wall. All right, another one. All right, and we already know that the purple one is next up, so I suppose we'll start heading that way. A lot of puff shrooms. All right, so it looks like we might be heading up once again. Man, there is so much climbing. Now, what is this area? Did we already fight this thing? Honestly, I feel like I ask that a lot. I'm going to assume that the answer is no. I'm going to assume we have not fought this thing before. Or at least, you know, at least I hope we haven't. Either way, it'll be a good chance to gather some materials, so we're just going to do it anyway. Oh, it's a level 1. Oh, this will be no problem. No problem. Yeah, no problem at all. I'm gonna drop that there. It's a level 1, so I'm gonna leave it there, but I think I actually do need this boss. Oh man, that's unfortunate. It's always tough to get the ones that are holding a bag. Just gonna send that over there. Totally worth it. Nice. Do we get any horns from that? I need Boss Bokoblin horns. I'm surprised he saw that coming. Why, yes, we will take some Zonite. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
More bomb arrows or bomb flowers? I miss the bomb arrows though. I really do. I know like the bomb flowers works for, you know, it works for the context of this game, but man, there was something nice about the different arrow types. But I guess this way, you know, the way that this game is set up does allow you to have like, I mean, you basically have like 100 different arrow types if you really want them. But there was something cool about the sound that the fire arrows made or the ice arrows. Which I guess you do still kind of get the... Yeah, I guess you still kind of get that. I think it's the same sound. Forget I said anything. Alright, so... I want to see if there's a shrine right up here. There's gotta be, right? I feel like if there was, we would see it, you know? We do love free rockets. All right. Got a couple of rocket shields. You never know when you need a boost. But seriously though, where is this shrine? I'm just going to keep going. It's got to be close. I feel like there's somewhere you can go over there. All right, up we go. Wow, this is extensive. I do feel like I'm going the wrong way though. All right, so we could go up. You know what? Maybe we'll make one of those. We'll make one of these again. I think we just need to get higher. And we'll definitely be able to see it. I don't think it's that one over there. Let me actually see. Yeah, no, that is a different one. We will need that one though. But the one we're looking for. I question if it's one of those ones that you can only reach from a very specific spot. All right. It's about as high as we can go. Yeah, this one's interesting in the sense that I don't see it anywhere. All right, well, you know, I guess that happens. Just a random mystery. But I do feel like there's probably, maybe there's a cave or something in there that brings you specifically to that spot. I just want to make sure there isn't, I can't go any higher. Yeah. That one shall remain a mystery. In the meantime, let us head to this next one. All right, how do we get over there? Oh no. There's water. So we're not going to be able to cross this area. We'll have to do it from here. Coliseum ruins. All right, let's head over there. It seems like we might have to enter from the top. It will actually be good to get out of the depths. That being down there too long gets a little depressing. It is very dark. It is very, very dark. All right, so where to? We got to go to the Coliseum ruins, which I don't know if I've ever been to. And it does feel good to get outside for a bit. All right, so it looks like we're circling it now. Looks like it's right up here. Let's hope that there's a, I don't know, some kind of otherwise it seems like this might be our only spot. This might be the way in which we get down there. We might have to enter from this over on this side. But I am curious to see what's up here. Now this might be the same spot. Oh, that might be why we marked it. I think this is where we fought a dragon before. If this is the same spot. I don't think we'll fight it again, but all right. Yeah, that's definitely the spot. All right. So there's no spot entering from there. Let's go back down. Let's go from here and we'll see if we can get to it. I definitely thought about fighting a dragon, but you know, they're until I figure out what we actually need them for, I think I'll leave them be. All right. So the purple marker. Do we have any wheels? Oh, we got this thing. I mean, this... Let's try it again. Last time we used this, it wasn't working for us. It works sometimes, and when it works well. Until it doesn't. Until we encounter any sort of hills like this. Then it is completely useless. As you clearly have seen. I really hope that this area we can get to. And that it isn't another dead end. This area is definitely putting our crafting skills to the test, that's for sure. Wow, it's a good throw. They almost got us. All right. Perfect chance to take a look around. I don't see this mysterious Coliseum, which I'm assuming is this. If it's the same thing. Definitely looks like a Coliseum. All right. We're just going to take a leap of faith here. Let's see if we can find it. Is that water? Okay. All right. The floating Coliseum. Okay. Well, hey, at least we found it. Now there is one there. I'm going to go grab it. Just because it's so close by. Oh, I was worried I'd end up in the water.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the one we needed. Well, at least we got it now. All right, so that clears that up. There's still this random one that I'm not so sure about. I'll have to figure that one out later. There's a couple of them actually that are just very random spots that have light roots. And whatever this is, which I know we can only get from this particular spot. So we'll have to try to find a way to get there. All right, in the meantime, let's check out this floating Coliseum, which I'm assuming, if it's anything like the one that we did in the past, is going to be quite a joy. Oh my gosh, a Lionel. Would you look at that? And he's an armored Lionel. Well then, good sir, I am up for a challenge. We are actually preparing to fight Ganon. And so this actually comes at a perfect time. All right. Let's see. We need... Oh, perfect. Does that actually work on him? Oh boy. No, sir. Holy moly, what was that? Hold on, let me mark this on the map because priorities. I wonder if an electric one would be good. I actually never used those. Do I even have an electric one? Well then, good sir. There we go. Execution. Oh no, that was fun. All right. Didn't think I'd see a Lionel out here. Imagine that. And a soldier's claymore. He was really fighting with the soldier's claymore. I'm actually surprised by that. Usually Lionels fight with their own stuff. And a Lionel mace horn. A hard curved Lionel horn. It isn't fully grown, but it can be attached to a weapon to increase its attack power or cooked with a critter to make an elixir. And a Lionel saber horn. This blade-like Lionel horn is extremely sharp. It increases a weapon's attack power when attached. Cook it with a critter to make an elixir. I don't know if I've ever made an elixir with any of those. I don't think I have. All right, so we'll cook up some food. All right, actually, we might need... Okay, there's the Coliseum. Yeah. Well... I don't know. I think we'll be fine. I was going to say I could use something to give us our hearts back, but I don't want to use either of those. No. Oh man, why is it? There's always a tree. Right in the worst spots. No way. No way. Well, that could have been embarrassing. All right. I wonder why they call it the floating Coliseum. Oh, I guess it's a Coliseum surrounded by a body of water. You know what would be really cool? Is if you could see the Coliseum from up top. So instead of there being one up here, it would be cool if as you fought the dragon, or maybe when you got the dragon to 50% health, it did like a stomp or something, which made the Coliseum fall down to the depths while you're fighting it. That would be so sick. Obviously, that's pretty technical, but man, you want to talk about epic? That would be insane. Absolutely insane. Did we get a bow from that last fight? Okay, we did. Not a great bow. Wow, only level 10. That's not good. Let's see, a couple Bokoblins. Wait, a Lionel? Are you kidding me? Brother, I just fought one of these. Was that not enough? No matter. Wait, why did that not... Oh my gosh. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. There it is. And again, Lionel or not, we can do this. We had a lot of training. Breath of the Wild taught us well how to take on a silly little Lionel. What else you got? Another one? Are you kidding me? What is this? Some kind of, oh, a Lionel shield. A sturdy shield favored by Lionels for its defensive and offensive capabilities. First and foremost, a shield, but the blade's edges can deal slashing attacks when deflecting. Oh, that's cool. Man, don't tell me I'm going to have to fight a bunch of Lionels. Not today, brother. Can we sneak strike a Lionel? No, but we can. Yeah, this really isn't doing that much damage. I mean, we could use this. Oh, that was close, brother. That was so close. Totally forgot we had our Master Sword on us. I'm gonna switch back to bombs. Something about bombs just feels more effective. Actually, maybe I should just use... Well, I could use this one, but it's about to break and I actually really like it, so I don't want to use it anymore. Alright. Done deal with that one. We probably should actually put up... Do we have any boosting things? Defense? Yeah, I guess defense would be good. I do wish we had attack, though. That would have been really good. Grants a low level. This sweet dish is made by... Oh, it's in cold places, though. I mean, maybe a speed up could be good. I suppose. All right, another one done. And it feels like this is not the end. They brought an even tougher one. Because of course. Oh, rip. Man, this one is elusive. I really wish that they were fighting with actual line of weapons. It seems like they're using pretty substandard gear.
Yeah.
The battle that never ends. Well, that's unfair. He's using a ranged weapon. Pretty effective. Oh no. Oh man, this is not going well. This one is actually putting us through the ringer. I guess we'll actually use that. Yes, extra damage. Hitting their head is actually a lot tougher than it. Okay, I don't want to break this bow. Those are our best options though. He technically hit us for sure. Alright, our Master Sword is low. You know what I just realized? We actually didn't have anything attached to it. I probably should have thought about that. Alright. Oh, we still have a spear. I might actually have to use this Gloom Spear. I know I don't want to, but I don't have anything else that's like really good. And I don't think this battle's over yet. What's, this one's plus 32. Yeah, plus 40 is insane. 35. Oh no. Oh no, I totally wasted that. Rookie mistake. Alright, forget it. We're just gonna do it. Yes. That's not doing anything. That is not doing any damage. All right, we'll just get rid of this. Just so it can start recharging. Man, this battle is taking quite a while. A rip. Too close. Oh my gosh, he took 4. 4 hearts is wild. We are running out of weapons. This I know to be true. we are in a very desperate spot right now. Actually, while he is still down, I'm actually going to combine. We need something. I probably could just use. I could use one of these. Feels like now is the right time. There we go. Wow, that was attack of like 84. Forgot about these. So can I not block these? Wow, so we really... I don't know, for some reason, and I'm just bad at those. Whenever they do the charge thing, I instinctively want to jump backwards. And obviously that is not the right move. Yeah, we are running out of options. Perfect. Please tell me that's the end. Oh no, there's still one more gate. But I will take all of his gear though. Oh my gosh. Oh, a silver Lionel Saber horn. This piercing horn is sharpened to a point where, for maximum poking, attach it to a weapon to vastly increase its attack power. Cook it with a critter to make an elixir. Oh my gosh, how... That's all. Silver Lionel Mace Horn. This wickedly barbed silver Lionel horn is as hard as a diamond. Attach it to a weapon to vastly increase its attack power. It's also a precious elixir ingredient. I wonder what you would make with this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, where... Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this repaired. And this as well. I'm gonna drop one of these. Actually, I'm going to drop two of these. I really don't need that. Okay, so that's how we got the Savage Lionel bow. This is the one we like. Oh, our Royal Shield. Rip. There we go. Put the hurt on him. Put the hurt on him. Do we have anything better? I've actually never used these. Would this work? Ancient Blade? What the heck was that? We just deleted that thing. Oh my gosh. Wait, did he take all his stuff with him? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Was that the cost of basically using this ability? Or this... Oh man, that thing just got absolutely annihilated. It's a pretty cool looking spear though. Almost looks cooler than what we had before. And plus 84 is pretty great. All right, I'm going to drop some of these things because we just don't need them. We are very much low on weapons though. A mighty Lionel bow. This massive Lionel bow sports a bowstring made from a metal so tough, mere Hylians have trouble drawing it back. Wow, a mighty A mighty Lionel bow. Okay, so it's Lionel bow, mighty, savage. Savage is obviously the best, but I've never encountered a mighty Lionel bow before. All right, we're going to try to get this repaired. I know you all said that there is a way. Maybe we'll try that. I've never actually tried it, but a number of you have mentioned it in the comments many, many times. And I've never actually done it, so maybe we'll give it a try. Wow, that was a toughie. Majora's Mask, an eerie mask passed down from ancient times. Wearing it makes it harder for certain enemies to spot you. It's a rather rare find. Oh man, this is cool. Now I'm assuming Majora's Mask is from the game, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which, you know, if you like a bit of lore, I've actually never played that one either. I know it's pretty embarrassing, but I have, I don't know, for some reason, as someone that claims to be a Zelda fan, which I am, I mean, I've played, you know, known about Zelda games my whole life. I did miss a couple of the Zelda of the Nintendo consoles. And so that's why I've missed a few of them, like Wind Waker and those, but this is pretty cool though. It actually makes me want to try Majora's Mask. I wonder if they're ever going to do like a re-release of that game. I don't actually know which console that came out on. Was that on GameCube or was that an N64? I'm not sure how far that one goes back, but wow. All right. The floating Coliseum, which apparently had a front door that we just apparently missed. It's cool though. I really like these masks. I don't know if I'd ever like wear them, especially during like cutscenes, but they are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I'm going to put on our tunic though. I'm feeling very adventurous. Look at this. This is the look. This is the fit. Every time I put this on, it just takes me back to the old Zelda days. All right, so that takes care of that. The floating Coliseum, another one in the books. Now let's head back. I think we'll head back here and then we'll make our way up to get to this one and then maybe continue on from there. Man, I will tell you though, doing these depths, I mean, this area is just so much bigger than I ever give it credit for. And even after about an hour or so into this video, I will say that we may have been a little bit overzealous. But if we're at least able to clear this second half, I will feel good about it. And I'll probably come back and do the rest myself. But we'll see. We'll see. We're not done yet. We still got some time. We still got some time. I kind of feel like we should craft something and just fly across. That always feels like the easier option. Because obviously I could take it by ground, but it'll take us 10 minutes just to get across here. So I think that's where we fought that boss, that construct from before. So let's see, where is this next one? Honestly, I feel like we're getting close to a wall or some sort of rocks. It's always hard to tell, but you can just feel it, you know? The Dowlite Grove. All right, close enough. I'm still kind of blown away by that ancient blade. Because we've had, I think there's a shop where we could buy, I think it was where we left off with Minoru.
Yeah.
Was where we could buy more of those. And boy, I will tell you, we will definitely be getting a few more. I wonder what that would do to the final boss. If it would just instantly delete it. I'm like actually nervous to check because I want to fight. I want the boss to be a fight, you know? And I would actually be disappointed if I used an ancient blade, combined that with a mighty Lionel bow, so it's ×3, and then instantly just ended the game. All right, so our next stop, we're heading up, and looks like we got one here. So we'll head there. There's probably another one on the way as well. But it looks like we're safe just to head up to the top. And then there's water. Actually, I don't know. There's water blocking us. Would we have to go all the way around in order to get to that? Yeah, we might have to go this way. And then go up from there to get to it. So we got that. We got this. Okay. And we could, looks like we could get it from here too. Maybe we'll do a little fast travel. Man, getting through the depths themselves, I will say, it is a mystery in itself. All right, so now we should be able to get to it. I also wanted to say once again, thank you to everybody that has checked out this video, checked out this series. I really have enjoyed it. It's been a blast to be able to share this experience with you all and to just to just be able to explore this game. I mean, it's been such an incredible experience and I've had so much fun with it. I hope you all are ready for Age of Imprisonment, which I mean, I'm just wanting more of the Zelda lore. And so as someone that's never played a Hyrule Warriors game, I'm nervous because I've never played that kind of game before. But I'm also excited because I've never played that kind of game before. So I think it could be, it'll be fun either way. I'm not sure how long that game is, but either way, I think it'll be a good time. Good time to explore a new genre. Especially one set in the Hyrule universe. All right. Probably didn't need to do that. Had to be done. All right, looks like we should just be able to run right across. Imagine there was just some giant chasm between us and this. This is why I always throw a light root down or one of those bright bloom seeds, because you never know. All right, so another one done. All right, we're definitely making some progress. We are making some progress. Obviously, like I said, there was another one here. So I'm going to get rid of this one. And let's put one right here. Can't put a pin here? Why? That was weird. Let's head over in this direction and see if we can find the missing one. At this point, I'm not even, I know it's, you know, I could pull out the propellers. We actually don't even have a lot. We have nine fans. I've always struggled with the fans and have refused to go to a vending machine and sit there for minutes at a time to just get all the fans that we need. But so I think part of that's, you know, on me, of course, but man, I really want to fight that thing. Or actually, I don't think that. Thought it was a boss for a second, one of those boss tailless towers, but I think it's just a ore mining operation. All right, our master sword is back. I can't believe I was fighting those Lionels and completely forgot to attach an item to my master sword. I was wondering why it wasn't doing that much damage. I was like, it feels like, you know, I just assumed that was because they were really, really tough. The more you know. All right, we're heading down to where I believe a However, the unfortunate thing is that we can't see anything. But I was hoping that we'd actually at least be able to see a light route if there was one over here. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing over here. Oh, man. This might be another one that just randomly, for some reason, I can't seem to find an entrance for. In fact, we're right at the cusp of running into a body of water. And so maybe there is one here that would cover this area, but yeah, it seems like, I don't know. We'll find it for sure. Okay. So with that being done, there's one here. And there's another one here. So let's just start grabbing those. And we'll start, I guess we'll start from this spot. Or I guess we could start from here. And then start working our way across. Yeah, it's a good idea. All right. The journey of the light routes continues. And we're really giving it our all. We are giving it our all. However, I will say that hunting for light routes, it is a chore. But that floating Coliseum was definitely worth the investment. Let's actually make another one of those. I find traveling by air is, even in the depths, is clearly the superior mode of transportation. Oh man, nothing like traveling in the dark. I have no idea where we're going. Actually, I do know where we're going. Yeah, we just need to follow the light route. Actually, if we can. We just need to follow the marker, I should say. Man, this is... That was cool. Look at that. Another Lionel down there. Man, they are everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. I'm going to assume it's... Let's say it's right there. And as much as I would love to fight another one, I really want to see if we can get this. Actually, no, there's a body of water. Rip. So there's a very small area that we potentially could use to get across. I love so much how we can use the actual upper map even while we're down here. But it doesn't seem like that. I don't know, it doesn't seem like that works in this area. There might be another way. Maybe I should have gone from... I feel like I should have gone from here and then going up. Yeah, there's just so much water. All right, a minor adjustment, but we are going to get there. All right, to the purple. To the purple. I'm not going to build anything this time. We're just going to go on foot. I started to feel guilty about using all of those zonite to craft things. Well, that is an unfortunate way to go. Unfortunately for them, we are not going to stay and fight. Not this time. I just want to get to the next light route. We are on a mission. We are on a mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so there's one over there, which which is one that we tagged. I'm gonna grab this left one first. All right, we should be getting pretty close. There it is. All right, we're just gonna do it. Don't mind us. Oh, there's a...
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's a lot of gloom around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's like around the corner. Oh, there it is. Man, some of these light routes, I mean, some of them feel hidden. All right, there we go. All right, so now we can immediately head in this direction for the next one. I love that we got at least a few of the shrines up top. I think it said our total right now is 75. I think some of you had mentioned that there's like 150. And so we have darn near half, exactly half. So I feel like doing the depths is kind of like the final last little major thing that I feel like I want to do. And of course, I'm sure that there's stuff that I missed maybe some secret weapons or armor that I won't get. But that, I think the reason I'm not really too pressured to get everything is because I do have intentions of playing this game again. The next time I play it, which might even be right after we finish it. Right after we finish this playthrough, I may very well go in and start a new playthrough, and do things a little bit differently than I did, and, you know, in a different order, go for more side quests, you know, things that I might have skipped, and hopefully find things that I didn't find this time, which I think is really cool. Probably try to get my hands on the Fierce DD armor as early as possible. I feel like that'll kind of be our go-to armor.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is that missing things in a game like this is good, you know, because it gives you cause, it gives you reason to come back and do it again. Which I very much look forward to. And it's such a unique thing to play a game. I don't know why I keep throwing them. It's right here. I'm getting distracted. I'm just trying to say it's such a unique thing about this game that even after all the hours we've spent in it, I don't feel burnt out, you know? Like sometimes you'll play a game like this and you'll put dozens of hours into it, you know what I mean? And by the time you're finished with it, you're like, man, I'm glad that's over. You know, I enjoyed it, but I'm glad that's over. It was a very long journey. And starting a new game can sometimes feel really daunting. You know, I've definitely felt like that. I think I played Fallout 3 many years ago, and I'd put in hours and hours into that game. I was so obsessed with that world and those characters, and I just wanted to explore every building and every nook and cranny. And I did for the most part. But man, even now, the thought of starting a new game, it just does not excite me. You know, and I'm sure someone knows that feeling. However, there's other games that you'll play that you'll put hundreds of hours into. I'm sure people would probably say that about games like Baldur's Gate, right? Where even if you had to start over, even after putting hundreds of hours into it, you wouldn't feel overwhelmed to begin again. And I think that's just a testament to the game, you know, right? I think Tears of the Kingdom does a great job of never having you feel like you gotta grind to level up, right? Like, which I think is really cool. Wherein there are some games I've played where it really feels like starting back at level 1 just sounds like the worst thing that I could possibly do. And I think Fallout kind of had that vibe for me. However, I've been watching the new season of Fallout, of the show, and it's actually had me really wanting to jump back into Fallout 4 because I never played the DLCs. I feel like that's one of those things you gotta play the DLC. They never saw us coming. Yes, sir. There we go. They never saw us. But yeah, after, as we've gone through this experience, it's actually had me really wanting to go back and play just some other older open world games that have really spoken to me. Games that I haven't played in so long, I don't even remember the story. Like Final Fantasy X is a prime example of that. Final Fantasy X is hands down my favorite Final Fantasy game. And to this day, I'm still waiting for a remake announcement. And when it finally comes, I will say, take my money, take my money. Because man, how good would a Final Fantasy X remake look today? I mean, it would look insane. As long as they kept the battle system the same and didn't try to do this active time battle thing that they do with every Final Fantasy game, I think that it would be incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
But there is a part of me deep down that does worry that they would try to change the battle system. I mean, same way they did with Final Fantasy VII. And a lot of people were worried about that. I mean, I was worried about that. And it turned out to be okay. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I think there's a lot of fans out there that would have liked to keep it just the traditional turn-based Final Fantasy VII that they remember.
Yeah.
But I guess active time battle sells more, or I don't know, it's more appealing to a lot of people. Like they want to feel like they're actually doing the attacks. Kind of like playing Kingdom Hearts or something like that. Yes, they thought they were cornering us. We were actually cornering them. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, we really pride ourselves, or, I really enjoy doing like cozy sort of gameplay and things. And I feel like Skyrim would also be a game that would lend very well to that experience. All right, another one done. Okay. We're doing great. There's a body of water here. And so not really much we could do. Not really much we could do there, but we could go try to get this one. There's one here that we could get from this spot. And then a bunch of water. And then a very tiny spot here that it looks like we'll be able to get to. So I might actually try to go there. And probably get there from here. So let's grab this one first, which we can get from, I guess we can get from this spot. But yeah, I mean, doing a Skyrim playthrough, I mean, it's been so long since I played Skyrim. I don't think I've played it since it came out, back in 2011. And so it's been so long since I played that game that it would feel totally new for me. I can't imagine the stuff I probably missed in that playthrough. All right, let's attach something to our Master Sword before I forget again. I'm thinking maybe we could throw, I guess we could throw this one there. All right. Plus 34, not bad. Looks like that's where we're going. After we grab this one, I'm going to take a look at the map again to see just how much ground we covered, because I need a bit of a confidence boost. Because I feel like we've been at this for a while in the shrines. We've been hitting the light roots, acquiring a bunch of new ones, and I will tell you that I really don't feel like we're making that much progress. But I know we are. Sometimes you just need that reminder. Listen, last thing I want to fight is this stone Talus, but we do have a bit of a grudge against these things. So I think I will fight it. But we never said that we would fight it fairly. Because we most certainly will not. Maybe, well, can we just end this quickly, There we go. That is the most satisfying way to take out a stone talus. And look at all these gems. Oh, man. All right, let's mark this spot. That's something I should have done from the beginning of the game that I didn't. I wasn't marking spots and I wasn't going back to the spots. Oh, wow. We got a diamond, sapphire, ruby. Holy moly. Yeah, it's something I wasn't doing. I wonder if I should... Well, oh, that's tough because I do like this weapon as is. It's the only royal broadsword that we have found so far that is completely untarnished by the gloom. Actually, the first one. I could throw it on here. Maybe I will. But we just threw something on there, so that's where I have a bit of hesitation. It feels like a waste to throw it on something like this. I mean, I guess this one, because it has what? Increased durability? Durability plus. The problem is it's a +7. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. It's fine. It's fine. I really like this weapon. I like the way it looks. It looks incredible. But we're going to do it. I mean, it still looks pretty cool, but with a giant talus heart on it. 57 though. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know. I hope I'm not the only one that does that. That gets attached to the pristine looking weapons. I mean, even these traveler swords all the way down here, I find for some reason, you know, I'm like, man, I don't want to attach anything to it because it looks, you know, it's all about creating a look, you know? And if we had infinite weapon slots, I probably would just have a lot of weapons that I hold on to just for the aesthetic. But unfortunately, the game forces us to be somewhat optimal with our loadouts. We can't hold on to everything. It is an unfortunate fact.
Yeah.
All right, just under 300 Bright-Broom seeds, so we could be down here for another couple months if we really wanted to. Man, just knowing that this is our final, you know, our final episode of The Depths, it does fill me with a little bit of nostalgia, though. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I know, that was terrible. That was a very large pool. And then, of course, look at this. Look at this. An entire path. But it was very dark. I couldn't see it, so try not to judge me too harshly. All right, so a large body of water, a random chasm right there. I'm sure there's probably from where we are, I'm sure there's got to be a shrine probably somewhere around here that we never found. That would cover up a little bit of this, but that's all right. Look how much ground we've covered. Look how much ground we've covered. I mean, there's the Coliseum. It was right here, the floating Coliseum. We did a bunch of this stuff. Came all the way over here, and now we're going to try to, like I said, even if we're able to just get to this line here, just have all of this covered, then all that's left is really just what's up here. I'll be fine with that. I'll be okay with that. But I you know, we'll come back with receipts in the next episode. We'll show you that we did complete the depths. All right, so now let's go to this one. We got to go there from here. Because I genuinely feel like we could be here for another, I mean, to really complete even that top portion would probably take another 3 hours. you know, just to get through that section. And so I don't know who has time for that. That is a commitment. Man, look at this view though. Listen, we've looked at dozens of views, and every single one more beautiful than the last. I mean, this game truly is it's just impressive from top to bottom. It is just from the skies to the depths, it is remarkable. I don't know. It's a technical achievement, I will say. And when I was even considering buying a Switch 2, I watched that Switch 2 trailer, and you know, I was like, oh, 60 FPS, that's cool. You know, some other aspects of it are cool, but as soon as they came out and showed Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition, it was all but a done deal. It was all but a done deal. I was like, I can finally play this game in the way that I feel like it kind of deserves to be experienced. All right. I think it's this one, right? There we go. There's that one over there. A lot of random islands. I actually need all of these. I don't want to use this one though. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I ran out of energy. That's unfortunate. Wow, look at us go. What a time. And, you know, when we do these jump towers and I look out into the distance, I know for a fact I've missed a lot. And I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that I missed. We've found a lot. We've uncovered a lot. We've discovered a lot. And the beautiful thing about this game is that there's still more that I probably have not found. Areas I've not really explored. And that's okay. All the more reason to jump back in another playthrough. I always forget that we have impact proof on this armor set. But when you basically fall to your death because you forgot that you had a different helmet on, you stop trusting impact proof. Or you stop trusting that you remembered to change your helmet. Oh man, look at all these bomb arrows. Or bomb flowers. I keep saying bomb arrows. If anything, after this, I might go back to Breath of the Wild and just experience that game again. Because, I mean, I don't know how they did it, but sometimes you'll play a sequel and it kind of makes the original or the first one feel obsolete. A game like this that introduces the depths, it introduces the sky islands. You know, you would almost worry that Breath of the Wild just wouldn't feel as exciting anymore, but it still does. It still has, you know, in a way, it's just like a simplicity to it that makes it charming. And then you come into this game and it has a lot of what Breath of the Wild had, but then it adds to it and has a lot of its own things, which I think are really cool. I've actually been wondering when we would fight this thing again. Curious about where it was hiding. What I find really interesting is that this is a body of water. It won't let you go in there, but it will let you go in this area? That's strange. Like, we're technically in in water, which usually it won't even let us explore. And it doesn't for most of it, but there's parts of it that it does. That's so interesting. Anyway, after that, our next destination will be this one. We got one here. We got one here. That one we have. I'm sure there's something we're missing here. But at least that'll cover a lot of it between these two. Okay. Let's take a break with a bit of a boss battle, shall we? What are we supposed to do with these? I honestly don't remember. Am I supposed to go up there? That doesn't seem right, does it? I think you're supposed to destroy the legs, right? Makes a lot more sense. Rip. Destroy the leg, please. And now we can get to work. Yeah. There we go. I feel like the game naturally pushes you towards getting Tulin first. And I will say that Tulin is hands down the most, I would say one of the most valuable. Is that the Lionel bow I don't really care about? There we go. Beautiful. I forgot how to fight that thing for a second. It's been a while since we took on that boss. Oh wow, and a giant rock as a reward? Well, would you look at that? I'm gonna take this one because of the durability. Marbled Goma leg. Plus 38. That's pretty cool. I will absolutely take that. And a huge crystallized charge. So we're sitting at about 355 now. And now it is time. Gosh, I don't even know. Is there any... There's no jump points around here. It's the fastest way. It looks like we just have to go from this one and just make our way up. And we'll come back for these ones. There's a lot of little circle spots like that. Let's go to this one. Cool, we got a boss. We've got a lot of boss battles in. We got the Marble Goma that we just fought. We got all of those Lionels that we fought at the Coliseum, which was pretty cool. Definitely never ever fought that many Lionels at the same time. All right, to the purple and green. Like I fought a Lionel one-on-one. I was actually worried that that final opening would be multiple Lionels at the same time, which I feel like would just be a very unfair fight. All right, let me get rid of Yunobo. I I actually don't like fighting. I don't like roaming with multiple characters. I like having one ally, and I think Tulin, having just one, whether it's just Tulin or just Yunobo, is a fine balance of just having, some assistance. And Tulin's just so good all the time with the ability to push you forward that's why I run with Tulin pretty much 24/7, unless he knocks something of value off a cliff, which he occasionally will do. But I like running with Tulin. Perfect, the perfect companion if I had to pick one. I think what would be really cool is if you were able to give weapons, like if your allies had loadouts, so you could have one character with you at all times, and that character, you could give them a loadout, so they could have a shield, they could have a sword, they could have a spear, and you could craft it. So you could craft whatever they use. So, and then that would really, imagine the build potential when you're fighting enemies. Like, I could see myself throwing, giving Tulin a spear, an electric spear, and then I would use, or maybe you give him like a water spear, and then I would be using like electric, and then, charge that. Allow that to conduct to the, all the other enemies in the area, or something random like that. I'm sure people would come up with some pretty interesting ways to, all right, this is 10. It's the base Lionel bow, so I don't mind if it breaks. We're actually trying to go, I need to go the other way, but there's a lot of pose down here. Cannot simply pass this up. But let me know in the comments if there's a character that you like even more so than Tulin, or let me know if Tulin is your go-to. I've always enjoyed the story of the Ritos and the story of Tulin specifically. And I created this whole backstory where Tulin's father entrusted us with training him to be the leader of their village one day. Almost like Naruto in a way. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so oh, is this almost broken?
Yeah.
Now, can we go up? We need to go the other way, so we need to be going... I don't even know. Yeah, we need to be going this way. Let's see if we can craft something. And up we go. Are you serious? I literally turned it off with a bright bloom seed. Oh man. Even the errors in this game make me laugh. Wow, that was actually very high up. I didn't realize we were so far below the ground. Oh, look at that dragon. Okay, so I think where we're going is over there. No, it's not over there, but we're going to go there anyway. Oh, I didn't realize we... Oh, okay. That is very far down. Let's hope that this light route sheds some light on things. No pun intended. All right, so it seems like we already have been there, fought that. All right. So now we can head up this way.
Yeah.
Wait, where? Are we going the right way? I think so. I think we'll just follow this path. More enemies to fight. Man, these depths are really, I mean, they're just so expansive. There's just so much stuff here.
Yeah.
All right. We're definitely getting there. I feel like we're going to get to the green one before, I don't know, somehow we managed to get turned around when we were headed down this way. And now we're just climbing in the dark. All right. I think we made it to the same level, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this area is expansive. Oh. All right. Okay, so this is the body of water. Yeah, we're never going to get to the green one because of the water. Unfortunate. I feel like we have to... There's one here, too. And we have no other... The closest one that we have is here. The rest of it is separated by... The rest of it is separated by all this water, so we can't go through here. We would have to go, yeah, we'd have to go back and then go through that path that we... So from here, we just need to make sure we stay on the left. Somehow, some way, I got turned around and we ended up at a completely different shrine or a light route. And then, I don't know, I guess we tried to go back, but it was not working. All right, so now from here, we're going to go this way, but we're going to stay on the left. Now we're going to stay over here. Huh. Our aim is just off. I don't know. Oh, run, Tulin. They are not giving up. By the time they come to, we will have vanished. All right, so I think we're going the right way now. Okay, if we just continue to follow this path, we hopefully will find our way to the next two. And that'll clear up this second half. I mean, obviously there's a couple of minor points here. There's like a couple of them, like there's one there. And this area is really tricky though, because there is a lot of water surrounding Hyrule Castle. And so as you can see, there's a lot of areas that we cannot get to. I'm not sure how we would get to some of these that are completely closed off. It's interesting. It is very interesting. But that is part of the fun challenge of navigating the depths. It almost feels like, in a way, I mean, you don't have to, I guess, map the top before you do the bottom, but I do feel like it most certainly helps.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it looks like, yeah, just straight from here.
Yeah.
No time to even think about it. All right, let me actually shoot one of these because I just feel like This area is very wide open. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, where did that go? That's the crazy thing about the depths is we'll shoot an arrow right in front of us and then realize that we were actually on the edge. We were right in front of a giant cliff and we had no idea. All right, so there's the purple one. The depths are a mysterious place. Probably don't need to use this, but I feel a lot more at ease knowing being able to see below us. There we go. All right. Probably one of the more challenging light routes to get to. For some reason, that one would just gave us a lot of trouble. Now, in order to get to this next one, it looks like we're going to have to go all the way to the edge. So I have to go all the way here and then go around. I need to do some crafting as well. I'll probably do some cooking before we really head to the final boss. We're gonna cook a bunch of stuff for attack. We'll cook some stuff for defense. You know, we don't know what we're getting into down there. I'm assuming it's got to be the worst of the worst, and so we got to come prepared. So I wonder if it's... Yeah, it looks like it's up there. All right, so from here, oh gosh, I don't even know. I guess we're just going to go up. And it looks like that might have been the right call. So green one should be over this way. Somewhere. There it is. All the way at the end. They really make you earn this one. Man, I think I'll just be so happy when we finally don't need to use a bright bloom seed to see where we're going anymore. That is going to be a victorious day. All right, and there you have it. The final one on this middle tier. cool. All right, so man, we've encountered so many. I mean, I know we haven't gotten all of them, especially from down here in the middle tier, and some of these other ones that are clearly like little hidden ones that obviously can only be reached via what I'm assuming is a very specific mean. Looks like there's one there too, which will probably cover up this area. And then this final one, or this one right here. I guess we can go back from this spot. So I'm going to fast travel to this zone, and then we'll try to get there from that one. But man, we have covered so much ground in this episode. It's actually a lot more than I thought we were going to get through. That's for sure. Like I felt like we were, you know, I felt like we were being ambitious by saying that we were going to get through, you know, every light route. But I didn't think we would make it this far. I thought we'd get a lot more distracted, and I got to say I'm proud of us, you know? I am proud of us. We managed to stay on task for the most part, really only focusing on boss fights. We stopped for the occasional boss. We've also stopped for the occasional looting. But for the most part, yeah. We've stayed on target. Okay, so that must be it. Yeah, that is the one. Beautiful. The upside to flying from above. I think we're good. The best armor set in the game. The best armor set in the game. There's no denying it. At least my personal favorite. I mean, this one is not only one of the cooler ones, but it is so effective. And I think, you know, when I do my kind of solo playthrough, you know, after we beat this game, I'll probably be playing this again. I'm definitely going to go through to those 3 towers and be making our run for this armor first. This will probably be the armor that I upgrade. It's just so useful. It's so useful. It has so much utility, and it looks awesome. Right. And it's funny that my two favorite armor sets from both games just so happen to be probably the 2 most important armor sets. Like in Breath of the Wild, I would say that. Oh wow, a Zora sword. Oh man, see, this is another sword that just looks so cool. I mean, if there's anyone that knows how to make a good weapon, it is the Zora. Like a weapon of pure elegance. The Zora weapons are just of some of the coolest out there. Actually, no. Let's do this one. All right. Another heightened area. Man, there's just so much down there. So much to explore. I honestly don't think you get everything the first time in these depths. I mean, there's just so There's so many nooks and crannies. That's where we want to go. There's so many nooks and crannies, so many dark areas. It just often feels like there's no way we could potentially get everything. I'm going to use this one now. And we actually will. Let's... Much less expensive. There we go. And I think there's a chest over here too. Oh wow, but it seems like there is a very specific way to get there. I have no idea. Definitely not from this spot. So we're not getting that chest. All right, let's head towards the... Now, where did our... I honestly don't even know where our little aircraft went. No idea. Oh well. We'll just make another one. Alright. We're headed towards the purple marker now. And that will probably end it for this episode. Simply because I know we said we would do all of them, but I, once again, heavily underestimated the depth of the depths. There is so much here. There's so many areas. Traversing through this darkness, it takes a toll. It takes a toll. You really do. You know, you need sunlight, and you need sunlight, and you need the fresh air. I don't know how anyone lives down here. It is truly a challenge. But I probably will take on the final part of the depths for the next episode. But who knows? Maybe in the next episode we'll start by finishing up this top portion and then take on the final boss. I don't know. I would like the next episode to focus on the final boss, but I mean, maybe we could start with a warm up. You know, I think coming down here could be a good chance to warm up a bit. Oh, so this wasn't actually the purple one, but it is on the way. So there's another body of water. As you can see, another body of water keeping us from the next one. But it seems like if we go here, we could get to the next one, which should be in this spot. Let me actually... Yeah, there's so many. And then there's obviously one here that could get us to this one. So let me actually... Let's go here. We'll take this chasm down. And then grab this next light route. I kind of miss this area. You know? I wish there were more areas like this. It's just so cool. These ruins. These ruined castles. Oh no, is it? Oh, there it is. even just diving into the depths, it's overwhelming. Just how that all of this is underground, right beneath your feet. So that's not the one we're looking for. There should be one right near us. There it is. Man. That is intense. What is this area? The random workers area? Kind of cool. All right, and then this next one we can get from here. We'll travel here, dive into the chasm, and then we will make our victorious leap. All right, so it should be over this way, right? Or it should be going the right way. All right, there it is. All right, so that's going to get us down to this one. Man, I will say after a whole episode of being, it's probably the most time we've spent in the depths at once. It feels good to get back to the top, just to go back into the depths. Oh, it's up there. Was this the land of trees? All right, here we are. Holy moly. This center one was one that I've had my eye on for a bit. I don't think it's going to clear the whole thing, but there's a pretty decent portion of it. Yeah, as you can see, there's water separating it. And then this one, yeah, this one we have to figure out how to get to. And then, of course, being down here, the castle. And then I'd be curious to check out this area to see. I'm assuming there probably is a shrine somewhere around here that could cover this. So that's interesting. But man, when you look at the depths, I mean, you think back to where we started at the beginning of this episode, all of this, a lot of this was empty. A lot of this was still needed to be discovered. And now all we have is what's up here, which is still still quite a lot. That is a lot. But I think this is as much as my brain can handle. The depths are a lot. And I think if there was one thing that I would change about another playthrough is I'd probably try to do a bit more of the depths between each main mission. So that way, you know, we're constantly exploring and discovering stuff and it wouldn't feel like there's so much. Because right now, holy moly. I mean, if we were to continue and try to do the rest of this, even at the pace that we're going at, it would probably take us at least another 2 hours to finish it. I mean, I can't imagine. Look at all these shrines, These are all light roots beneath us. We got a few of them, but there's still a lot left. So I think this is where I'm going to call it, but I will finish the rest of this. I want to finish the depths before the finale. And so I probably will take on at least half of what's left here on my own. And then we'll probably save the last half, probably these chests. So I'll probably split this in half here and then do all this stuff over here and then save this area, get these chests in the next episode. And then we'll go and face off with whatever remains in the beneath us. I keep wanting to say the upside down, but I just finished watching the Stranger Things finale. So anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this content, you want to support, a great free way to do so is by dropping a like on this video. Comment your thoughts down below. What did you think of this? How did we do? I think in terms of where we started to where we ended at the end of this episode, we made some great progress. We covered some great ground. And so I'm happy with where we've gotten. And so we'll finish it in its entirety in the next episode and then take on the final boss. And so I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you have, consider dropping a like on this video, comment down below, like I said, and then of course, subscribe if you enjoyed cozy commentary for your viewing pleasure. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.